everybody. Welcome back to the new and experienced investor podcast. Today, we have an amazing guest. We're going to be talking about thriving in the Southern California market using a variety of exit strategies. It's definitely a show you don't want to miss. I'm Alex Barnett. I'm one of your hosts. I'm the new guy.
And I'm Joe Holmes, and that makes me the experienced guy.
Yes, it does. Like I said, we have an awesome guest. Real estate investor, specializes in short-term and midterm rental strategies, building a profitable portfolio in OC and Coachella Valley. Before we bring him on, let's remind everybody about our upcoming meetup.
I can't read it from here. It's August
25th.
25th.
Yes.
August 25th, Hangar 24.
That's
6
right.
p.m. Natalie Elsner, our CPA,
Yep.
is coming to speak.
Oh, yeah.
And she's going to talk everything about the big, beautiful bill and what's in it.
Mm-hmm.
She's read it from cover to cover.
Yes.
So you can ask her whatever questions. And if she hasn't read it, I'm putting her on notice. She better read it.
Oh, she's read it.
So she can answer all those questions out there. There's a lot in there, really. There's a lot.
Yeah.
So she's going to let us know what's in there. So don't miss it.
Don't miss it. Real estate's one of the best vehicles to get all these tax savings. It's actually written into the tax code. So she's going to explain the best way for you guys to successfully pay zero taxes to the government.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
Yes, that's my jam.
Yeah.
Always like to remind you guys, this is a live show right now, so please share it far and wide and jump into the chat. It's one of our most requested parts. We bring a question to our guest live in the flesh. So it's pretty fun stuff. But let's stop screwing around. Today, let's bring in our guest. We have Keith Yazdanseta. What's up, man? How you doing?
Good, guys. How are you?
Good. Thanks for coming.
Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, right on. Come a little bit closer to the mic so everyone can hear that sweet, sweet voice.
This better?
Yeah, there we go. Nice. Yeah, go ahead. Introduce yourself to the audience. How'd you get into real estate? What'd you do before? What got you there?
Sure, yeah. So based in Southern California, primarily Coachella Valley. I kind of split my time here between Orange County and Coachella Valley. I'm originally from New York, came out here about 10, 11 years ago. I currently full-time in tech, and then on the side, I invest in real estate. So my strategies are short-term and midterm rental, buy and hold, and wholesaling as exit strategies.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you a tech bro?
A tech bro to an extent.
Yes.
I get good called nerdy a lot. So my significant other.
That's it. I mean, everything is going to be tech eventually. There's no way to stop it, especially in real estate. You see people making leaps and bounds with this AI stuff and automation and all that. So how do you bring those two worlds together? Are you implementing any new technology in your
That's a good question.
portfolio?
So we have to run technology in the back end, and I have to present to our customers. So that kind of runs hand in hand with dealing with whether it's sellers or dealing with guests for my rentals. They have an issue or I have something to present to them, and I have to work it on the back end, change it, and present to them on the front end as well too. So I'm both back end and front end facing in my W-2, and I have to do the same thing with real estate as well.
Love that. So tell us about, I guess your first deal. Was it a short-term rental? Was that the first path you went down, or what?
First deal was was more of a buy and hold. We purchased a property in South Orange County, Mission Viejo. My first, I guess, strategy was house hacking. So I was actually living in one room and renting out the other room. As crazy as that sounds, but it's popular. People use it. And then I purchased another property out in Coachella Valley. I was really just looking for something in close proximity to family, and we ended up landing on the property out in Palm Springs. It's basically a SFR with an ADU. It was kind of a long road because initially we looked out of state. I looked in Arizona, Nevada, and just with financing rules with the state, it was kind of difficult to make a casita out there, or there was very little duplexes cash flow to qualify for traditional lending. Went to South Carolina. I'll be honest, it's very, very competitive out there, so got outbid a bunch of times. And then looked up into Northern California, about 2 hours north of the Bay, and this city called Kelseyville. Beautiful property overlooking the lake, but you guys probably are aware of the California Fair Plan. That property, that area had gotten hit by fires, I think in 2018. So thousands of properties burned down. So I had to pivot and found the Palm Springs property, and it's been working really well.
Nice. Okay. So you were living in the front house and there was an ADU. Is that what you mentioned?
Yeah, that's currently what I'm doing right now. I'm living in the main house, and then we have an ADU.
Gotcha. Okay. And so that's when you started renting it out short term wise. Did you have any experience before that?
No, not really. Just kind of jumped into it. I mean, to be honest, I took a couple of courses to kind of get an idea of the back end of Airbnb, how to deal with guests, certain inquiries, things of that nature. But it was my first time actually becoming a host. And I had this vision of exactly doing that house hacking, but having another party either rent short-term and midterm in that other unit.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. And I mean, what are some things that you've learned about short-term rentals? Because now you're managing other people's, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so I guess it all came from that first one. You kind of cut your teeth on that. What did you learn as far as what it takes to have a successful short-term rental?
I think one of the most important things before you actually purchase whether you're doing an arbitrage or you're buying the property, is to get a really good understanding of what the local regulations are in the area, and if there's anything involving, you have to just stay abreast with that. Because I got lucky. I mean, I looked into it. I know it was regulated, perfect example, regulated by the county where I'm at. But you could look at proper Palm Springs, and they have limitations as to how many reservations you can book per year or allow guests to book per year. It's a little bit more strict, and only every neighborhood is divided in the city of Palm Springs, and this is also other cities nationwide too, where there's a 20% threshold. So essentially, only 20% of the properties in that neighborhood can have short-term rental permits. So that's a huge one. That's pretty much required. You want to be specific and very accurate in your listings, and if there's anything that could potentially pose as an issue, not like an essentially damage or anything like that, but as an issue and inconvenience, you want to put that in your description too, because that's going to protect you kind of going from the front end to the back end as well too. Is okay, this was listed, you can't hold this against me. You just want to, and also just have great communication. Communication is key. You want to have great communication with your guests ongoing, even if sometimes they're not communicating back because people are on vacation, right? They're traveling. So you want to make sure that you provide an open streamline of communication. That way you can show that you provided all the necessary information for check-in, check-out. Personally, what we do is we have automated messages after the initial booking, leading up to the day of check-in, and then during for check-in instructions and things to do in the area, while the checkup message. And right now in the Coachella Valley, it's hot. It's a little bit of the slower season. So in order to keep my occupancy rate up, it's been actually probably at least 80%. We just do midterm rentals. So then it's just, okay, it's not automated anymore, or we can build out more automated messages to check in every so often as well too. And I don't just use Airbnb, I use Furnish Finder as well. Or I'll just negotiate directly with guests and have them sign a vacation lease contract as well too.
Gotcha. Okay. And can you kind of explain the difference between midterm and short-term rental?
Sure. Yeah. It kind of goes by, I guess, city or county, but generally speaking, some cities will say 28 days or less is a short-term rental. I think the majority is 30 days or less is a short-term rental, and anything above that is considered midterm, and up to 6 months, then it's considered long-term. So every jurisdiction is going to have its own set of regulations as to whether or not they allow short-term rentals as well too, and you just have to be educated on how to pivot around that, because sometimes it'll just be 7-day minimum or a 10-day minimum, which is still considered a short-term rental, and you can cash flow very well on that.
Okay.
You just have to know how to kind of position your property at that time during that season to capture that.
Okay. And now you're managing for other people.
Yes.
So, I mean, I'm assuming with all this communication that's involved, it's got to get pretty tough with like checking in with all these people. Like, what's like your bandwidth on that? How do you kind of?
So I have my spouse, my girlfriend. She helps me manage as well too. We're gonna hire a VA, but maybe if we expand a little more, we'll hire a VA. It's not too bad. Bandwidth's not too crazy. Again, we have the automated messages that helps a lot. I've had situations. Luckily, I'm pretty local to the properties that I manage. So I can just go over there and just, I've had some, very interesting situations occur. We could talk about it later if you want.
Yeah.
But I've had to go on site to properties and kind of had to deal with the situation.
Okay.
Too. But
I mean, we should probably just get into it. Like, what is it?
Let's talk about it. Today I had to put out some fires.
Kind of the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's start with the ugly.
Ugly. Okay, so today it wasn't as bad as it's going to be perceived. So, one of my property owners, he obviously as I recommend to another recommendation is any property owner or anyone managing a short-term rental or any rental, you should have at least a doorbell camera or some kind of camera on your premises, right? I have on my property that I own, I have cameras all around the perimeter, just not for their safety, but for my safety as well too, just so I can see. He noticed that there was a strange man with a dog going in and out of the house. So the guest, again, this is a situation where the guest wasn't that communicative. They didn't get my message till later. So my property owner kind of got paranoid and ended up calling the sheriff. Luckily, it didn't escalate into anything crazy. But and also we tried it. So another thing too is you want to keep everything on the messaging app, right? If the guest doesn't respond, then you have to Airbnb will automatically provide what should be their cell phone number, and you can reach out to them via text or call. I did both. I put them in a group chat as well too. No response. And she got back to us after the sheriff came in, and everything was fine. But she didn't provide her updated number. It was a completely different area code, so I had no way in contacting her outside of Airbnb. I didn't know that. It should be in the listing. But that's also just something as well too. Is just you want to be able to make sure that the guest has their updated contact information for God forbid if there's an emergency.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was just a friend. They didn't let anybody know or something. Who was the strange man?
It was a friend.
Okay.
Yeah. They never know. It came up on camera. It exceeded the guest threshold as well too.
Right.
So it's another reason why you want to have cameras. You want to have cameras there too as well, because you want to make sure that you're not there is an excess of people there. Because also you can and I think across all the platforms as well too, you can have an extra guest fee as well. So per guest, you can charge at $100, $80, whatever you determine. As long as it's in there, you'll win with Airbnb. Yeah. So
what about speakers, like two-way speakers, so you can talk to them, and you're like, "Who's this? Who's the guy coming in right now?" Is that frowned upon?
Outside, no, I don't believe it. It's not. It's not. Inside, obviously, it is. We don't. Airbnb bans that, and I wouldn't put a camera in because I wouldn't want that. If I was staying at someone's property as well too, I wouldn't want an interior camera as well.
Yeah. Do you have any properties that you own or manage that there's an HOA responsible?
Yes. So I can't do short term there. The one out here in Orange County. Yeah, there's an HOA. So the minimum nights is essentially a midterm. It's 30 nights.
Okay. And the reason I'm asking that is because there's a new law that passed that basically the HOA can't fine you more than $100.
Interesting. Okay.
And so, like, if you wanted to do a short-term rental, you just pay the $100.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
You just build it in. Yeah. You just build it in. Especially
it's
if
like,
it's a peak
okay,
season.
you want to fine me? $100 is all you
great.
can fine me. Here you go. Build that into your system.
When did that pass? Is that recent?
So recently, yes.
Okay.
Is that nationwide or is it
California.
that's
yeah.
great.
No, all the ugly stuff is here in California.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, these HOAs were getting a little crazy
they were.
with what they were doing. So then they'd probably fine you, and then you couldn't pay the fine. So then they'd try and foreclose on you, and then so that's probably a good thing.
I heard that the other day, and I go,
That's
oh,
great.
geez, that's a workaround for somebody who wants to do a short-term rental.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great.
Because that's the biggest thing.
Not
with
that I recommend it. I really don't recommend it, but
Don't upset your HOA.
Oh,
I was just curious.
Right.
How much of a pain in the neck burden are HOAs?
I haven't
can
had to
be.
deal with them. Yeah, from a short-term perspective, I haven't tried dealing with them for my property down here. But I'm sure they can be, especially when analyzing a deal as well too. It's okay. How much, even if they allowed, how much do you need to allocate to buffer to recoup the loss to HOA? So some places, especially here, they're $700 a month.
And for managing places, are you managing stuff like pretty local around you? Like you can quickly drive to it, take care of issues and stuff like that? Like if I was living here in Orange County, I don't know that I could manage something out in Palm Springs. I mean, it's a 2-hour, 3-hour drive, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think local regulations want it to be a certain time that you have to be there by. Is that correct or
in
no?
the city of Palm Springs, yes.
Okay.
They have to, if there's an issue, the city will come on. The city will come on site and they will ask you to be there. They'll need whether you on site or someone from your team on site to be there. My property is all regulated by the County Riverside. They're pretty much very hands off, which is great. So I don't have to do that. And I probably wouldn't take on a property in Palm Springs right now at this point, the city of Palm Springs.
And that's, that goes back to knowing what the regulations are and where you're doing all this stuff at.
Doing your homework initially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like unincorporated areas are usually
they're
a lot, less regulation.
Yeah.
And the thing is I mean, we saw this with the STR boom, was people went so hard on short-term rentals, and then it was like the city council changes this, city council changes this. All of a sudden, it's not a feasible exit strategy.
Yeah, exactly. It's not. So you kind of have to pivot and kind of rotate to other strategies like a midterm. Midterm is very good. I mean, it's kind of essentially what is midterm. It's between short-term and long-term. As far as cash flow as well too, it's a very good in between. And the demographic is a little bit different. People are looking to work. Half the time they're not even there. For example, I had someone stay last month 30 days and he was never there. He was working the whole time. Same thing. I had a nurse stay at one of my properties who actually is local, kind of in the Temecula area. He was working out in downtown Palm Springs as a hospital. And he was never there either. He was only there 3 or 4 days all the week. It was great.
Amazing.
2 months. It was great.
Yeah.
So it's a great way to pivot. I definitely encourage midterm as well too. It's a different demographic.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you're seeing a lot in, like, I guess, just headlines or YouTube videos where it's saying short-term rental is getting harder because Airbnb is changing their site all the time. I mean, has any of those updates affected you at all or anything? I guess they pivoted more to like an experience sort of thing, to where just the standard house, depending on where you are, may not perform as someone who has like a pickleball court and freaking like, arcade in the garage. And is all that necessary still?
It's not necessary, but I mean, you definitely want to optimize your listing to benefit from the search algorithm, and you don't have to have, like, for example, one of my main properties, I don't have a pool, I don't have a pickleball court, but it's typically in the first page when you look out in the area, right?
Nice.
It's just how you have to really change. It's breaking down to the simple things. You change your listing title. You have to change your description to kind of fit what's kind of in with the season. So, for example, during the summer, for my properties out there, I'm not marketing it as a vacation rental. I'm marketing it as a midterm stay for traveling employees or traveling nurses, whatever it may be. And I always try and stay competitive with the hotels as well too. So I try and stay a little bit, probably like 10% lower than what the hotels are charging. And it really comes down to reviews as well. I'll be honest with you. Reviews, as long as you have a good accumulation of reviews, and I am a superhost as well too, that helps a lot. Helps that your property is ranked high as well. So you can manipulate your listing to benefit the algorithm. You don't need all the fancy bells and whistles as well too. What I have noticed, depending on the area, some properties are, for example, SFRs, you really have to manipulate that even more because they're kind of taking a hit. Whereas opposed to, like, for example, one of my other properties is a studio apartment that does very well because it's easier for people to come in and out, whether they're working or just coming in for a night of town or so on and so forth. So, to kind of reiterate, you don't need to invest a ton of money, I would say, into like all these fancy accessories.
Yeah, I could see a studio working actually pretty well because, like you mentioned, it's probably like a price thing, accessibility, easy. Maybe it's got some amenities there, but whereas the houses, they gotta be hitting a certain threshold to even make their return, or break even.
Yeah, you definitely have to manipulate the pricing on that too as well, or add discounts. What I have noticed, not necessarily the site as much, it's the fees that have been tacked on. And people have been asking me to try and negotiate on reservation costs and whatnot because Airbnb has increased their fees.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Yeah. I guess if they can book directly through you, which is probably the best one.
Yeah.
If they return.
Yeah, I just are one of my reservations right now. My properties we just booked directly through. We went through Furnish Finder. Furnish Finder just charges you for an annual membership. And what's cool about Furnish Finder, what I like about Airbnb is you have air cover, right? So Furnish Finder built in this almost like this security deposit but there's different tiers to it, and it'll cover a certain amount of money. So I just build that into my pricing to my guests, and it's covered. So they don't have to worry about paying me, $1,000, $2,000 security deposit, whatever it is. And I'm still protected as a homeowner as well too, and I'm not getting charged fees. So I was able to kind of circumvent that too.
Nice. Yeah. Now, when you first got the property, was it turnkey, or did you have to put some money into the ADU to get it up and running?
That's a good question. So when I first bought the property, it was already on Airbnb. It was a kind of like a flip property. We were able to get a good discount, and I negotiated probably another $30,000 off the top, and was able to have all the furniture included and the TVs, all the appliances. Nice. Yeah. So it was nice. So it helped with the Airbnb because everything was there ready to go. But the biggest thing was at least in my property, it has an oversized bathroom. When I initially looked at it, I thought of like a Las Vegas spa or hotel or something. Right? The biggest renovation we did was we added a kitchenette. It was kind of like a blessing in disguise. So the previous owner didn't install a P-trap inside of the studio bathroom, and there was a flood one day. And this is something I think another tip for operators too, is you want to build good relationships with contractors, plumbers, electricians as well too, because you can get a very good deal. So I was quoted to fix my P-trap and also to run plumbing onto the other side to build my kitchenette. I was initially they quoted me at like $4,300. I built a really good relationship with a plumber. He did some work before, and we ended up paying about $1,500. And the beautiful thing is I had a home warranty company at the time, and they covered the whole thing.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, it was great. So all in all, I mean, with the kitchenette, it wasn't a lot. It was probably $1,100 because I did a lot of the work myself, and I had a friend who was in construction. He did a lot of the work himself with us. He helped us as well too. So put the kitchenette in. We obtained unfinished cabinetry, so we finished everything and just redecorated the whole unit. So it came out pretty well.
Awesome. And so now it's kind of like a self-contained thing where people can cook if they need to.
Yep.
Excellent. Okay. Sweet. And so how do you branch out from there? Or did you become a super host and then you start reaching out to other hosts to see if they want you to host for them, or how does that work?
Yeah. So just, I guess, building relationships with people I come across. I've talked to people who want to sell their house because they have an Airbnb, it's not doing well. So I talk to them about what I'm doing. I'm super host, kind of show them my listing and talk to them how I can help improve the performance in their property.
Nice.
And being that I'm local out there too, so I have an understanding of how the market works.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, God, I've never been able to figure out like the desert area. We tried Joshua Tree before.
Yeah.
Palm Springs is its own thing. Palm Desert is its own thing.
It's depressing.
But you see people like making like buku money out there, Yeah. So what do people need to understand about the desert?
It's hot.
Yeah. No, it's exactly. It's hot in the summer, so it's going to be very slow in the summer. Your peak seasons are going to be between, basically, depending on how you mark your property, end of October, November through end of April, because obviously we have the festivals out there. That's when people kill it. I mean, I think what Rihanna paid, I don't know, $40,000 or something. Some celebrities pay an exorbitant amount of money for their stays out there. So November through
that's nothing for her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's that's $1 for you and me.
It's like Motel 6.
Yeah.
So it's understanding that, understanding the heat, understanding when your peak seasons are, and then kind of, I didn't label it, but transforming your property into a hybrid property, which is we go midterm on the off seasons, and like it's very slow in the summer. So either if you don't have a pool, you have to adjust your pricing or market it as a midterm rental. And then September through October, it can be hit or miss. It really just depends, again, on the fluctuation of what's going on right now with the economy and what's going on with the local market as well too. But what I really like about short-term rentals is obviously long-term rentals. It's this is the rental range, right? You can look on rent.com, you can look on Zillow. They're going to give you an ideal rental range, and this is where your comps are. The beautiful thing about short-term rentals is you can kind of emulate or illustrate the property you want through the description and make it how you want to be. And you can have comps as short-term rentals that are doing $3,000, $4,000, and then 5x, right? It just depends what kind of property you have and how you market your property and what kind of features you have as well too. So the sky can be the limit with short-term rentals. It just depends how you market it.
Wow, let's do it,
And
Joe.
the reviews.
I think there's also, I would say, a motivation for people who are looking for short-term rentals. You know, maybe their house had some flood damage or fire damage, and they need to, find a place that's like temporary. Well, you're going to pay for that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You're going to pay for that. So I can understand you raising,
Yeah.
what the normal rental rate would be.
Yeah. That's a great point to kind of segue off that. That's a popular exit strategy too. That's midterm, where you're working with relocation organizations that are partnered with home insurance companies. So unfortunately, people who've lost their homes, had fire damage or flooding, they need a temporary place to stay, and you can accommodate those guests as well too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a guy call us the other day who was his house was hit in the Malibu fires. Oof. And so apparently I think the only thing that you can put on your property right now are mobile homes. Wow. So he was looking to get a single wide. We had the single wide we ripped off of that one lot. And so he was hitting us up trying to like take a look at it and see if he could just put it on his lot in Malibu. I'm like, that's going to be like the only thing in the Pacific Palisades for a while. It's just going to be all these mobile homes on like these $5 million lots.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
Someplace to live.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's something. I know.
That's great.
It's just kind of weird, but somebody sent me a lot in Altadena, but we figured out they're not giving out permits right now, right? Like from the Eaton fire areas.
No, that's a long-term play.
Yeah,
just hold on to it until they, become a little bit more wiser, or Newsom is gone, or Karen, whatever her name is. Karen's gone. So it's a more of a long-term play.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll pass on that then.
Yeah. You're gonna have to take your millions and go someplace else.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was only like $400,000, but could be worth it. So you got the midterm going, you got the short term going, and you're doing wholesaling as well.
Yeah.
So how's that? How's the wholesaling life?
Wholesaling is good. I mean, it keeps you amongst the three of them. It keeps you very busy. Looking like we're going to be locking up something out in New Mexico as well too, and potentially Houston.
Nice.
I market out of state a lot right now, and a little bit in California too, just because obviously I have a network out here. But I try and stay within a certain, I guess, bandwidth or threshold as far as price point, and then market it to buyers and lock it up in a contract as well too. It's good. I like it. I enjoy the chase when it comes to wholesaling. It's fun.
Nice. All right. Any tips you can give somebody that's like looking to get started in wholesaling?
Yeah. So if I were to start over again, kind of like talking about working on the back end and going to the front end, I would build my network with buyers first. Build your network with buyers first, because there's people out there, especially now, unfortunately, with the delinquency rates in both SFR and multifamilies. Build your buyers list, figure out what they want, and then get the deals. Because I've gotten a lot of deals locked up in the past, and it just wasn't priced right. It wasn't a good fit for my buyers, and it just didn't work. Whereas now I have a solid connection with buyers in various states. I have an understanding what their buy box are, and I can go look for the property. Or even better, wholesaling is like a team sport, right? So people will bring me deals. Hey, do you have a buyer here? Do you have a buyer there? Do you have a buyer in New Jersey? Do you have a buyer in Texas? Different areas. Because I say, okay, I have buyers in X, Y, and Z. I need, they're looking for, this is their buy box. Send me deals. So I think that's the biggest thing, is obviously consistency, not giving up, but from a technical standpoint, really finding your buyers and getting a good understanding of what they're looking for. Connecting the dots.
Nice. What's the one in Houston?
It's a 3-2 in Southeast Houston. Yeah.
How big is it?
1164.
Ah, damn. I need big houses.
I come across them all the time. So.
All right. Well, if you find anything 2,000 square feet and above, let me know.
Okay. Yeah.
Trying to put up walls and shove as many people in there. No, but make it an excellent, clean, and safe place to stay. So.
Okay.
Full disclaimer.
Yeah. But I know Houston's a good market.
Co-living, right?
Yeah.
Co-living.
Okay.
Co-living.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Houston is a good market for co-living, actually.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where the guy was. Because Joe and I were talking about like zoning and permitting and all this stuff. Some guy built a house on YouTube in 60 days from like start to finish.
Wow.
He did it in an unincorporated part of Houston. I guess they're just giving the permits away. Like,
I think all of the legislature, at least the Democrats, are currently in Illinois right now.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's great.
Run away from the problem. Okay, that'll solve it.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. Right on. Well, how are you doing all this? I mean, it sounds like what you're doing right now is a lot.
Yeah.
And then you also have a W-2 job.
Yeah.
So how are you juggling both of those?
Just kind of focusing on one task at a time, creating a schedule for myself. So I try and work Central or Eastern Standard hours. Then I can focus on, I can focus on the other businesses afterwards, like 2 or 3 o'clock. Or if I need to, I'll have my partner. She'll answer any questions as far as guest requests or anything like that as well too. So the beautiful thing is I work remote, so it's just messaging too. At the end of the day, a lot of times just messaging, handling phone calls. I can step away for a bit if I really need to.
Gotcha. I mean, with your W-2 job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
okay.
I try and, separate everything as well too, though.
Yeah.
Set a time
Okay.
limit.
Heck yeah. Okay. Are you?
He's available.
He's available.
He's
Yeah.
available.
Give him a call. A lot of people use their W-2 as an excuse of why they can't get started in real estate. What sort of tips do you have, or how can people balance that out?
I mean, there's the age-old adage, we all have the same amount of hours in the day, but everyone has different lives, right? I would say just kind of figure out if you can figure out your schedule, kind of establish 2 or 3 hours extra a day or whatever amount of time you can allot, and set and start working there, and then gradually increase your effort or your journey into real estate. Obviously, weekends, take advantage of weekends, but it's just really about controlling your schedule, using a planner, and delegating. That's helped a lot too. Is from the wholesaling aspect, at least, is instead of trying taking a deal down all by myself, where I'm going from seller to seller to buyer, I'm just JVing. Mm-hmm. And it's not even because I was greedy. It's just because I was still new at the time, which I still am. But networking with people and delegating tasks to other people that they can help you out with, and not even just in wholesaling. For example, when I'm out of town, I have a good friend out in Palm Springs, and she'll go and she'll stop by my property if I need to. She's done showings for me as well in the past, and it's just about creating relationships where people can help you.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
It sounds like work. He's working.
He's working.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not crying about it.
That's all you have to do is work,
Right.
Yeah, get focused, work. Yeah.
Well, and it's funny because most people, they'll come to Joe and they'll be like, I want to get out of my job like so bad. And it takes you starting, maybe, it's taxing, maybe you're working on the weekends, but you're already starting investing. So now that can be growing in the background.
Yeah.
So then that's what real estate is just let it kind of do its thing. And eventually, if that's your choice, it can replace, what you're doing. But if not, it's great.
It's
if you had a
tax write-off.
Yeah, it's a great tax write-off. And if you have dual incomes, like who doesn't love that?
He's not married.
Well, no, but he has
his girlfriend.
Yeah, but they're pretty serious, right?
Yeah.
Do you share a bank account?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, business, yeah.
Oh, business
bank account.
Yeah, she's got her own little secret bank account over here that he doesn't know about.
He's not allowed to touch that one.
No, not at all.
No. Yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
No, that's a fun part too, is being able to work with your significant other.
Yeah, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
You guys make a good team.
We do. We have with any team, you have your strengths and balance, your strengths and weaknesses. So we kind of balance each other out as well too. So
yeah, it's called marriage.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah.
Same, unless you're like newlywed,
You're still in the honeymoon
like
phase.
Michaela, they just
Oh yeah.
they love each other and
God.
they're kissing during
Makes me
lunch
sick.
and all that stuff. Yeah,
Newlyweds.
they're newlyweds. They're still newlyweds.
Yeah.
Yeah, now she brings her
Puppy
husband
love.
to work with her.
Right. Bring your
that's
husband to work
nice.
day.
That's nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice, man. It's been good. The office has been filled recently.
It has. That's good. Thank you. Keep coming in. Yes, we have a co-caller co-calling, but he went in the office because he didn't want to bother the #1 real estate podcast in Laguna Hills.
That's right.
Yes.
Heck yeah. So what's next on the horizon? What do you got your sights on?
That's a good question. taking down more wholesale deals and then eventually going to flipping.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the natural projection, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, I'd like to flip I'd like to flip 1 or 2 properties in the next 12 months, ideally.
Okay. Well, you're pretty handy. You gonna do it yourself, or you gonna like?
No, I would hire. I mean, it depends what it is. If it's cosmetic, I can do it myself.
In Palm Springs, is that where you're looking?
No, Palm Springs or out in Orange County. I mean, I'm looking to buy another property, to another buy and hold out here, but I fix and flip just anywhere in Southern California that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Stephanie has one in Yorba Linda that's coming up.
She said it was already under contract.
Yeah, but she's looking for a buyer.
Oh, I understand. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then there's another one. One of my agents has one in Foothill Ranch. Is it? That what, yeah, Foothill Ranch.
Okay.
But they're preparing that one because,
the guy wants 1.5 and the ARV is 1.3.
1.3. So
Welcome to Orange County.
Yeah, exactly.
she's working on the price.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not going to get that much lower, probably. But
Yeah. We run across them every once in a while.
Okay. Good to know. Yeah.
Palm Springs is a cool market. I think the move out there is if you can and you have the room, add the pool.
Yeah.
Right. Because I think it goes for.
One of my properties has a
more.
pool, so it does pretty well as well. Too.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, especially in the summer, you need a pool if you're going to rent short term.
Yeah.
Do you ever run into Bob Hope, Dean Martin? Do you even know who they are?
I run into the street's name there.
Okay. I just wanted to see the age difference.
Right. Yeah. Well, and it's cool.
Michaela's over there going, "Who's that?"
Yeah, Bob Hope.
Yeah.
The architecture, like it's all mid-century kind of, like old Hollywood vibe.
It's
so
cool. It
yeah,
really is.
it's pretty
Boho,
sweet.
as they call it as well too.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So are a lot of the short-term rentals? Is it still like LA hippies coming out there? Is that still a movement?
Honestly, I've had people from all over the world stay at our short-term rentals.
Oh.
Yeah, I've had people from Austria, Australia,
Wow.
Germany, South America. I think almost every continent minus Antarctica. I've had people come from Asia as well too, everywhere. So Palm Springs, I mean, we're local here, so it's like, okay, cool, it's a desert, right? That's what's so special about it. It's hot.
Yeah.
But I mean, the weather is very nice in the winter.
It
in
is.
November. It's nice. So I can see why people like it, and it has that nostalgia effect to it as well too. So yeah, I've had people from all over the country stay at all my properties. So
I stay at a resort out in the Marriott, out there during the winter, and even during the winter, the pool is actually cooled down. It's not heated. They actually cool it down.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
They'll still get 80 out there.
Yeah. It's
Refreshing.
Yeah,
It is refreshing.
It is.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. It's a fun place to stay for sure.
It is, yeah.
Nice.
Nice and slow out there compared to Orange County, obviously LA too as well. Much time elapses much slower out there.
Right.
No traffic. Really, traffic's not too bad unless rush hour, and then you have your events that are out there. Coachella, it's crazy. But other than that, it's calm.
Oh yeah, you get like TikTok influencers coming in there
Yeah,
at all?
everyone, yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah. Do you get like runoff from Coachella? Is that a busy
Afterwards?
Or I mean just people going to the festival. How far is that from where you are?
From my properties, it's about half an hour. But we're always booked for Coachella too.
Oh, okay,
It's
yeah.
great too because that's when you can inflate your prices and people will book last minute.
Right.
I've had people cancel and then I've had people book last minute.
Okay.
As well too.
Oh,
it's like everyone
gotcha.
wants to go to Coachella, so they're fine whatever is available as well too. And obviously, if you present your property in accordance, it's going to rent.
Dang. Yeah, we should look into that.
I'm done with the desert.
all right. So this is the part of the show where we've curated several videos that I want to get your true and honest reaction to.
Perfect.
Starting with this first one called Mistakes You Should Avoid When Getting Into Short-Term Rentals.
Here are 3 mistakes that you should avoid if you are getting into short-term rentals. Number 1, you need to have good photography. Avoid bad photography. Hire the expert, somebody that knows what they're doing. Number 2, you need to integrate dynamic pricing. um, beyond pricing, price labs, something like that. That's going to be something that's going to inflate and deflate your prices based on seasonality and so on. Number three, make sure you have a good cleaner. Those are the backbone to your business. The cleaners are the backbone to your business because they're like your property managers. They're there every day, and they're the ones that's seeing the daily things going on and out. They should report to you anything that's going on.
Thoughts?
I agree with 2 out of 3.
Oh,
So,
spicy.
Cleaners, yes. To kind of elaborate on that more, you want to have. We went through 3 or 4 different cleaners, so we found our cleaner, right, our primary cleaner. But we also have backup cleaners too, because as they should, cleaners go out of town, they travel, they go on vacation. So you want to have backup cleaners as well too. So there's seamless integration when they're not there. Photography, yeah, 100%. You want to hire a professional photographer. Because it has the place has to look exquisite. You want to illustrate your place so that it looks like it is a vacation rental. It's not done on your cell phone, your iPhone. 2, dynamic pricing. You can do that yourself. I've used Price Labs. I'm not trying to take a shot at them. I've used other. They're good, but I've had hiccups to where they didn't integrate properly. I've had to work with support. If you're managing under, I would say, 10 properties, you can do it yourself. And it just really understanding what the market is, being abreast into what events are happening in your property's local market. You can take it yourself. It doesn't hurt, but I've had more success without an automated dynamic pricing than I had with just doing it, as opposed to just doing it myself.
What are some of the hiccups? Like what could go wrong?
They'll overprice you or underprice you. It's just not really accurate as to what's going on. VRBO has a good pricing analyzer. I'll use that to price out my listings as well too.
And do you have to pay monthly for that?
No, it's built in.
Oh,
yeah, it's built
Being
in.
a host, it'll kind of tell you like, hey, come down a little bit in this month, or
yeah,
go
this is
up.
what expected. It's essentially almost like a bar graph, or linear graph, I should say. Yeah.
Okay. Price Labs use AI though.
I think Price Labs did use that. Yeah.
I don't know. Everyone can.
I don't remember.
Everyone
But
can claim that.
People swear by it, and it is
Right.
good software. It wasn't a fit for me.
Yeah, no, that's good.
But
See? Hot
cleaners
takes.
are very important.
Yeah. Cleaners, I can imagine, and there's a lot of them out there, right? Like,
There's a lot out there.
that because there's so much Airbnb activity, people made businesses around cleaning services for Airbnbs.
Yeah, 100%.
How did you find yours?
I think I found her through Facebook, and she wasn't the first one through Facebook. I went through 2 or 3 different cleaners through Facebook or word of mouth, and we just liked the way she cleaned, and we've just been working with her. Yeah, she's very good.
Nice. Yeah, it's hard. It actually is really hard to find a good cleaner because we use some after we do flips, and I'll tell them the whole list to do, and then it just looks like they took a rag like on the like everything else is dirty, and then I got to get someone else to go in there. Yeah, just the top. There's still like all the footprints on the floor. Like, come on, guys. But what are you going to do? It's hard to find good help these days. All right. Number 2 is what a bad home rehab job looks like.
This job is a shit show, bro. You got to fire everybody on this job, dude.
What else really needs to be done over there?
What else needs to be done? Everything. I fell through the freaking deck. The bathroom upstairs, the basement. Nothing's done in here, man. He don't give a crap. Fire his ass. We won't ever use him again. It's infuriating, dude. I haven't been here in like 3 months, and it looks the exact same it does 3 months, besides the floors looking marginally better. This job is a shit show,
That's his
bro.
problem. You hadn't been there in 3 months.
Yeah.
How often do I tell you to go?
Yeah, but you would be the guy on the phone, and I would be the other guy on the phone.
No, I wouldn't be the guy on the phone. I tell people to go every month. I mean, every week. But
Well,
go ahead.
that's the thing. I think the guy on the phone was probably supposed to be there all the time.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, but
What do you think?
what do you
as far
think?
as far as with just everything going according, or just the flip in general too?
Yeah, working with contractors. What's that like, huh?
Oh yeah, I've worked with contract. I've had good and bad experiences. I'll be honest with you too.
Let's hear some
My
of
biggest
it.
lesson is don't go cheap. Don't try and save money. I had an issue in the past and kind of learned from it. Build good relations with the contractors that do good work. And yeah, you want to be on site, at least for me, at least once or twice a week as well too, to check in with them to make sure everything's
Yeah,
going smoothly.
they've got to be supervised.
Yeah, they have to be supervised. I have someone I know too. Kind of they just fire their contractor, and they're having issues with permits right now and trying to navigate that situation. I told them from the get go, hey, listen, let me help you find a contractor. They didn't want to listen to me.
Why do they do that?
That happens a lot.
Why don't they listen? You
That happens all the
guys?
time. Yeah, I told you.
Yeah.
You didn't listen.
And then he comes, he's like, oh, God, I got these permits that are pulled by this other guy. What do I do now?
Yeah, and as a short-term rental operator, I mean, that's gonna even if they even if they Mickey Mouse it and it looks nice on the surface, things will break down in the future as well too, and you have to kind of clean that up after the fact as well too, and that's going to hurt you too because then you're a vacancy, right? Because you have to you're taking time out, you're blocking your calendar, and it's being fixed as opposed to it being rented.
God, but sometimes those, like, when you get that price and you're like, he's going to do it for that much?
Yeah.
Let's just try it out. And then every time it sucks.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the guy doesn't show up, and then it's, okay, that's
Send me
why.
more money.
That happened to me where someone was supposed to come and fix my ceiling. Again, I had a roof job, didn't go well, ceiling leaked, and they never came. I ended up just doing it myself. I had one of my owners that I work with. He's pretty handy too, so I've worked on his house, and he helped me, and we patched the ceiling up, and then we redecorate the whole. We just used an excuse to redecorate the whole living room. It came out really nice, actually. So
There you go. See, he turns lemons into lemonades. I love that. Last one, why your midterm rental isn't renting and how to fix it.
So your midterm rental isn't booking. There's 3 things that you can actually do, and I'm going to start with number 1. As more short-term rental operators are jumping into the midterm space, you got to have a sexy place, so you're going to have to revamp it. And what do I actually mean by revamping? You might want to change your amenities. That's going to be number 2. Amenities are going to be highly important, especially if you're going after travel medical professionals. They want to have noise machines, box fans, blackout curtains. Those are definitely things to think about. And number 3, you're going to want to connect with actual travel medical agencies. These agencies are going to help you fill your spaces. Remember that we have guests that are staying for 90 days at a time, so you're going to be occupied most of the time. But creating those relationships is going to offer you a win-win relationship with the agency.
3 out of 3, I agree. Yeah,
Nice.
kind of goes back to my point where it's not about having the pickleball court or a big fancy pool, but creating those, adding those little amenities to midterm guests, the blackout curtains, the noise machines. That goes a long way as well too. And couple that with great reviews, it helps a lot. Making those connections with healthcare providers and relocation service organizations, that's a big win as well too. When you get those are great. Those are great reservations to have.
I have a noise machine that I married 45 years ago.
Oh!
Yeah.
Does it sound like?
Oh no, and it's like yelling and screaming as well. So, yeah. So I can understand the noise machine part.
Noise machine. I think you meant white noise. Well, I guess that still pertains to.
Oh, it does. Yeah, you get used to it. It's like, huh? What'd you say? You know, like what? Kayla, quit taking notes.
All right, we have a couple of questions in the chat here. You still have some time?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. Oh, nice. It gets bigger. Okay, so Liz says you specialize in short-term and midterm rentals. How do you decide which strategy to use on which property?
That's a great question, Liz. So it depends on the seasonality of the property, right? So, for example, my desert properties during peak season between November to April, it's short term. Once it heats up a little bit, it's hotter. Tourism is a little bit slower out in the desert. So then I'll have to pivot and then market my property as a midterm property.
Wow.
Yeah,
Knowing your product, knowing your area. That's why he's a super host.
No, I know.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm trying to think like if I could even do that in Dana Point, because I'm like, are you reading like upcoming events so you know exactly what's going on, or?
Yeah, reading upcoming events and curating the title to that. I have a digital guest book. We also we built a physical guest book as well too, a guidebook I should say. So that will kind of hold all the rules and it'll hold basic like amenities in the area, things to do, whatnot. And that's also in the automated messages as well. But for actual events to kind of capitalize on the seasonality, we'll talk about we'll market the property for this is a Mountain View Coachella stay, cool breezes by Stagecoach, something like that. Just paraphrasing.
Oh, yeah. I see. Okay,
and that will kind of trigger the algorithm as well too.
Right, this guy's triggering the algorithm. Whoa, easy. Okay, Coach Steph says, I've heard that the food scene out in the desert area is the biggest draw aside from affordable housing. Is there a culture boom out there which is causing appeal?
I would say one of the bigger drivers for people coming out here, or even out to the Coachella Valley, is also just the cost of real estate along the coast, and it's pushing people in. But yeah, the food scene is very prevalent in Palm Springs. We try different restaurants once or twice a month just to kind of give our advice or recommendations as what to try. So food scene's big. I mean, there's a number of events that occur out there as well too. In addition to the festivals, like there's tennis tournaments. I think there's Fashion Week is out there as well too. There's all different events that happen. So people will come specifically for that too, for what's happening in the desert.
Polo as well.
Yes, polo as well too. Yeah, there's a racetrack out there too.
Right, that's what I think that's where Coachella is, right? It's like next to the polo thing.
Polo grounds.
I have an agent out there, and he told me that that's a big place for Canadians.
Yep.
Are they still coming? Like, I mean, we want to make them the 51st state. We're headed that way, but are they mad because we want to do that?
I don't think so. I mean, they're still coming.
You still see them?
Yeah, I still see Canadians. Yeah, I've had Canadians. That's one of my bigger demographics too, is Canadians.
Yeah,
people just come to play golf. That's another attraction out there.
Yeah,
people play golf in 100-degree weather. It's crazy, but they do it.
Wow.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
I've done it. Don't try it at home.
Oh, okay. I need to learn how to golf. Let's do it, Joe. Let's take lessons.
I don't.
Come on.
I'd fall asleep.
No.
Yeah, I would.
It depends who you're golfing with. It could be entertaining. I mean,
I could entertain you.
I could be the entertaining part.
You could be the entertaining part.
Yeah.
18 holes.
Watch Joe. Watch it. I missed it again. Yeah. Okay. No.
All right.
No, thank you.
Well, how can people reach out to you if they want to learn more about short-term rentals or wholesaling? If they got some deals and they want to team up with you.
Yeah, on Instagram, my Instagram handle is KCYAZDAN at KCYAZDAN.
I just put it up on the page. Cool, man. Well, thanks so much for dropping some knowledge and coming in here today. This has been a long time coming. You thought you didn't have anything to talk about, but you just schooled us.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Very informative, very useful.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm glad.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you guys already don't know, Joe's got a plethora of books here for everyone to pick up on Amazon. The latest one being Why I Have Met with Over 500 Investors from Bigger Pockets in the Last 10 Years. See that?
Very nice. Is it signed?
I think you were one of it. Did you meet Joe on Bigger Pockets?
I know we connected on Bigger Pockets.
There you go. There's another one.
Yeah,
boom. I think that's right. 501. Yeah. Put him in the back.
I forgot to include him in there.
That's right.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to producer who's not here today.
Yeah, I know.
We miss you. We miss you.
Yeah, I'm trying here. Joe's
Yeah,
roasting me.
This guy's fired.
It's doing what we can do. But it was fun nonetheless. All the knowledge is there. Make sure you guys share this with any new or experienced investor in your life. Make sure you come to that meetup coming up on August 25th, and we'll be back here next week. All right. See you guys.
Awesome.
See you later.
Thank you, guys.
If you want some more advice on real estate investing, reach out to us one-on-one.